right, here we are Sunday morning. Party ain't over, but it's sure drawn to a close. So here's what we got left. And all these beautiful people packing their stuff up. So I'm here with 9 Meals on 2 Wheels. Last day of camp. Party's not over, but it's drawn to a close.
Yeah.
So what'd you get out of it?
A lot of beer drinking. A great wedding, that's for sure. Man, that's a memorable one. And if you watch my live stream, I'm sorry it was sideways.
Where can we watch your videos?
9 Meals on 2 Wheels. Just type it in. It'd come up 9 miles, but it'd still take you there.
All right, we're gonna close it out.
All right, man.
If I ever make it back to Texas, I gotta come see you.
Okay.
You take care of yourself.
Oh, I will.
All right, buddy. This is what's left. This will probably be the only camp out you ever go to with motorcycles that people actually clean up after themselves when they leave. So we got to get packed up. This is what's left of our camp. There's the pillion. So we got to get all of this onto that. So we're going to get moving. All right, guys, see you on the road. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you ride?
I'm Shelby. From everywhere, basically. And I ride multiple things. Most of the time, your bike.
So what is your favorite?
My favorite right now is my Buell Thunderbolt S3T with a built motor from Cyclorama, and I still don't know what's in it, and no one can tell me what the cylinder stampings are, so I have no idea what kind of motor is in it, but it's a Ray Cape.
So what does Forgotten Angels mean to you?
Everything. David and Cindy, love them to death. The boys here, they seem to be, for the most part, catching on and just helping them out and see the light bulb go off when you help them out with something. You don't tell them what to do, but you give them an idea, and all of a sudden it goes, oh wow, I can do this myself. That's my favorite part.
Excellent. Shelby, it was nice meeting you again.
You, buddy.
And I will see you again in March.
All right.
So who are you, where are you from, and what do you ride?
My name's Charlie. I'm from South Carolina. Riding the Suzuki GSXS 1000 GT sport touring bike.
Tell us a little about it.
It's a sporty yet reasonably efficient bike for going on long trips at a high rate of speed.
Awesome. So it's like a Gixxer with luggage.
Pretty much.
So what does Forgotten Angels mean to you?
It means a second chance.
Awesome. So what are you coming away with this? I saw you having fun.
I had a lot of fun.
So, well, you'll be back in March, right?
Absolutely.
All right, then I will see you in March.
Very cool.
All right, stop one is done. Had to take off the flannel and switch to the, I guess it'd be a rash guard, fisherman shirt, whatever you want to call it, but it's light and thin, still covers my arms, keeps me from getting that 3rd degree Florida sunburn. So hopefully everything is peachy for this trip. We've got, in accordance with the prophecy, we have 774 miles to go to get home. 319 miles of that is between here and Atlanta. So depending on, by the time we get towards Atlanta, if it is traffic wise to go toward Atlanta, we may head towards Dothan, Alabama instead, because that's all back roads. So hey, we'll see. Asking people all weekend what Forgotten Angels means to them, and I'm trying to come up with a good answer myself. I'll think of it. I'll have to get back to you. I don't think there's an easy, simple answer. I think that's why some people had 10-minute answers. I think the more you experience it, the more you have to say, I guess. Gas stop 1 down. Also made it the lunch stop because. So now we have 618 miles of this 800 and something mile trip. I think we're actually making pretty good time. Says it'll be, so we should be there a little bit after midnight Florida time, which puts it, still adding in the extra trips. Looks like we have 3 more rest stops to make, 2 more gas stops, and then we'll be home. I'm looking at, if we keep going tonight, probably midnight, we should be getting in to our little hometown. So we'll see if we can make it. I hope we can, because I really want to be on my own bed tonight. If not, you know, it is what it is. Sometime between right now and when we're supposed to be home tonight, we will figure out where we're actually going to be sleeping. Goodbye, Florida. We're going to miss you. Well, hello, Georgia. Nice to see you. Only because you're closer to home. Well, we thought we were going to get away clean, but that just can't happen. You know it can't. It is 68 degrees now. We just had a 10-degree temperature drop. And also it's a little chilly. So I do believe we're about to get some rain. I do believe we are about to get some rain. So, yep, it's time to put on some rain gear. So we got 5:26 to go. We had to break out the rain gear. I'm not taping as much as I normally would because we are in kind of a hurry to get home. Let's see something interesting. I'm obviously gonna, hey, there's the thing, and it's interesting. But we have a pet care problem. So we need to, somewhere or another, we have to be in our house by 12 noon tomorrow. Whether that means we drive all night tonight and get there by 1 or 2 in the morning, or if it means we stop at a hotel tonight and leave really early in the morning. But whatever it is, we have to be in our house by noon tomorrow to take care of pets. Otherwise, we will have to have the carpets cleaned. If you wonder why I'm not taping very much, well, that's why. But we are focusing on our breaks. We're getting them breaks in. As little sleep as I got this weekend, and I'm not complaining. I kind of am, but we had a fantastic time this weekend. So, but along with that, there was so much fun that I didn't want to miss any. So we were staying up really, really late, and then trying to get up in the morning, and then waiting in line to get showers and talk to people, have a good time. And every morning I was like, okay, well today after the big rush in the morning, I'm gonna find somewhere and take a nap. Never happened, never happened. Always ended up being out on the town in the middle of the day because, you know, 1, these are friends I'd never seen. 2, they were friends I already knew and I hadn't seen since last March. So, yep, no opportunity wasted, don't want to miss a thing, lost sleep. So now that I'm on this big old 1,100 pound vibrator, it's trying to rock me to sleep. So I'm taking mini breaks, which, take that as a training tip. Pro tip, baby. I mean, you know, I got it from another pro, it's not mine. But still, take your breaks. If you start getting tired, get off the bike. If you start getting sore, get off the bike. Think you start getting thirsty, get off the bike. If you start getting thirsty on a motorcycle, the next thing you will do is fall asleep or start cramping and you can't put your legs down. So, and on a motorcycle, I don't think I need to tell you, not being able to put your legs down, bad thing. So avoid cramps, avoid dehydration. That's all I have to say about that. We'll pick this further up down the road. We're trying to beat the rain right now. I think if we can get on the other side of Atlanta within the next 2 hours, I think we're going to be good. So we're trying to do that. Well, the clouds cleared just in time for the sun to go down. So, yep, here we are. As soon as we get to the other side of Atlanta, we're getting a hotel. Maybe. Unless we decide to go a little further. Luck of the draw, toss of the dice, flip of the coin. Maybe. We are now in Macon, Georgia. Because there's a sign. And it says Macon. That happened. Well, that just happened. Okay, we're through Atlanta. Since I went through it late at night, didn't burn a lot of clutch, but did burn a lot of brakes because people are stupid. We are on 20 now, headed towards Birmingham. And as soon as we can get out of town, though, yeah, I need a hotel. And after driving in the rain in Atlanta, I'm gonna need some margaritas. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Definitely missing all my friends at Forgotten Angels right now. I had such a fun time, but most of all, it was for a good reason. And now it starts raining again. Alright, so we're all packed up, ready to go. Bike is packed up. She's packed up. I'm almost packed up. So we're in somewhere right outside of Atlanta.
North side.
And it's wet. We had to stop last night because between the rain and being tired, not sleeping for 5 days. Yeah, thanks Trucker Paul. And just the fatigue and angry drivers, it got too much, so we had to stop. So 6 hours left of driving time plus rest time, hopefully today. And we'll be home in a little bit. But first, we've got to get past all this. So we're gonna hit it down. Okay, so finally on the road. Let me make sure I'm not fogged up here. Yeah, everything is fogged up on the bike and on my helmet and on us. Just leaving Douglasville, I believe that's where we were. I think we can make it to Birmingham before we stop again. We've only got it's under 350 miles to go. So yeah, I'll take this over the rain, I guess. No, I don't guess. I will take this over the rain last night in the dark with people that were pissed off because it was raining and dark. I think we're gonna cut the Talladega Forest here shortly. Yeah, that's always pretty this time of year. So I'll get some of that footage because it's pretty and I like it. It made me think of you because it's pretty. We put all the gear on to start this party because it's 64 degrees right now. It was 60 when we left, literally like 10 minutes ago. But I would rather have too much gear on in the beginning and take it off as we go than to not have enough on, get wet, get a chill, and then once you get a chill when you're on a motorcycle, you can't lose it. You don't lose it. You can make it better where it feels better, but you never lose that bone chill once you get it. I mean, it takes taking a shower, eating some food, getting coffee. You're not going to fix that with a 10-minute stop. I can anyway. Some people can. I'm not a professional. I just do this on TV or YouTube in this case. Check out this funkiness. We're gonna drive into this cloud bank and come out in 1391. All right, back on the road again. So I had to stop. The GoPro decided to mess up on me. And after looking at it, I may not have gotten any footage this morning on our trip so far. It decided to go into some kind of regen file repair and wouldn't come out of it. So I had to stop and totally restart the GoPro, pull the battery. I'm not sure if this is just the thing with 8s, because my other one's a 7, and the 7 Silver doesn't have a removable battery, so I don't have that problem with it. It's rock steady. Only problem with the GoPro 7 is that I can't put a microphone on it. So I don't know, maybe after things settle down after Christmas I'll buy myself a better camera, maybe. I still love my 8, don't get me wrong, it takes just little things to fix it, but on long trips it's kind of a pain in the ass when you're like trying to stop every 100 miles and you end up having to stop every 25 miles because your GoPro doesn't want to play right. Okay, rant over. So now we're on our way to Birmingham. That should be our next 100-mile increment stop. I think when we left Douglasville it said Birmingham was like 108 miles away, so that definitely falls into our 100-mile range, so that'll be our next stop, or the other side of it. You see, every time I say I'm gonna stop on the other side of a town, the town ends up being like 50 miles wide, including all its incorporations and suburbs, and so we'll play it by ear. I know there's a Buc-ee's right on this side of Birmingham, so maybe that's where we'll stop. That should be right 100 miles. Okay, we'll decide by then. I'll need gas anyway then. Buc-ee's sounds good. So I don't think we're actually in the Talladega Forest yet, but the sun just came out and look at these colors. This is why you get out on a bike in the fall and brave the cold and moist weather to see stuff like this. Just so happens I got to go to the world's most famous biker meetup. Well, okay, anyway, it's in the top 500, and on the way back I get to look at this. Lucky us. This really is perfect riding weather. 66 degrees, partly cloudy, nice cool breeze, except that everything's wet, but the scenery, awesome. If you guys remember from my last video coming back from Forgotten Angels, this is where I had a whiteout and nearly lost it. Good times. Yeah, go back and watch that video. I think I titled that video Between Two Tornadoes, a love story. Go back and enjoy it. Welcome to Buc-ee's, land of the buck. E. Go ahead. So this is the world's famous Buc-ee's with all his Buc-ee gas pumps and his Buc-ee front entrance. So crazy enough, just stopped at the Buc-ee's, and perchance while I was recording in the store, came across this guy that's just hanging out, and when I went to record by him, he went to back up, and I'm like, oh no, I'll interview you too. So I started talking to him, and kind of find out he is an executive at Jack Links. So I talked to him about the Forgotten Angels program, and he said, you know, my company does a lot of charity work, and we're looking for places to put money, you know, for tax breaks and purposes, you know, but hey, if you're gonna spend money, why not spend it on a good reason? So I'm excited. I gave him some of my stickers and gave him the website, and you know, showed him how to get in touch with the charity. So I'm excited. That's good stuff for the compound. That's good stuff for Forgotten Angels. And he also said he would send a bunch of Jack Link's jerky down. So who doesn't like Jack Link's jerky? Am I right? Am I right? We. What we. There are a list of lies that when you're on a trip you tell yourself. One is, I'm going to stop every 100 miles. 2, the weather gets bad, I'm going to pull off the road till it clears. 3 is, I'm not going to ride after dark. But the biggest lie we always tell ourselves is, I'm gonna get up early and get an early start. Yeah. This sheepskin seat has been awesome, but I think when it gets wet, it loses some of its fluffiness. Because I'm sure I've got some bruises on my butt now. That shit just don't want to go away. That's what hair does, right? When you get it wet, it like compresses more. It's less fluffy. Yeah, that's science. That's science right there. Also, ow. I have never been so happy to see a Love's in all my life. Hey, and the sun's coming out now. So in case anybody was worried, the bike shifting is back to normal now. Anybody that didn't know, while we were in Tampa, all of that 15, 20 mile an hour driving we did and stopping on 75, the bike overheated. And here's what I learned. When it gets hot, it does not like to shift. So we just made what I hope was going to be the last stop of the trip. Decided to take my rain jacket off because it started getting warm. Went inside, grabbed some sodas, came back out, and this again. So back on the rain jacket. That's just how it works. I mean, I guess we haven't had hard enough rain on this trip yet, so we'll see. So I have stayed with the Indy Ridge Denim. Yeah, I got them all jacked up. That's fine. They work jacked up too. No problem. This is vintage style. Yeah, that's how you. Yeah, that's it. Totally on purpose. They're wearing well. I've had these gloves a little over a year now, and they are absolutely awesome. I did go to the full gauntlet. I did go to the full gauntlet brown leather ones for a while, but to be honest with you, these are plenty for everything. With the heated grips, I mean, they're fine. Coldest it's been on this trip was 40, 45. Hottest it's been on this trip so far was 97 in Tampa. And this was the gloves for most of it. I did take them off in Tampa for a while because, well, these aren't 95 degree gloves, so. But other than that, perfect. Welcome to Mississippi and its brown highways. I don't know if I've said this before, but the reason Mississippi has a different color road is where you can see it when it rains. I'm an expert on this. Next time you're out on your nice blacktop asphalt roads and it rains and it's dark, middle of the night, good luck finding your dotted lines. Good luck staying on the road. This, perfection. You're welcome. The main complaint about this bike, the K16, is that people say it's unstable in quote-unquote dirty air. Let me rephrase that for you. So imagine you're a canoe and you're going down the stream, and there are parts of the stream that are uncluttered and the only thing in the stream is the current. And then there's parts of the stream that have big rocks in it, and the currents change around the rocks and actually spit you away from the rock. Well, that's what dirty wind is when the current changes and pushes you in one direction. So let me tell you what I like to call it. It's called riding the lightning. Lightning is not straight. Lightning is very crooked because it takes the path of least resistance. So if you've got a small bodied bike like this one, where I know it looks big, but if you look at it from the front, it's almost built like a canoe. Very narrow bottom end. So when you're cutting the wind, it's not going to push like a Harley that has a very fat, wide bottom. So what it does is it actually finds the easiest places to push itself through all this dirty current and glides through. So it's like lightning. Here's a pro tip. Okay, not for me because I'm definitely not a pro, but I've rode these bikes long enough to tell you this. If you ride the wind, this thing will drive like nobody's business. It will spit itself out. It will drive straight. The misconception is when it moves to the side like that, it's because it's taking a side wind. And sometimes it is, but most of the time it's because it's just riding the air currents. So what you want to find is, just like the lightning, just like a canoe in the stream, ride those quicker currents. Ride the currents that are easier to drive through. And they'll straighten themselves out. It's not like it's going to just knock you off the road. Unless it is a side wind, then you're kind of screwed. Then you got to fight it. But very loosely hang onto the handlebars. This is, you know, this is not new information. Loosely hang onto the handlebars and the bike will go where it wants to go. It's got 2 gyroscopes on it. It's not going to fall. It's going to want to stay straight, the direction it's going, and stand up. So let it ride. And now you know. So hi, my name is Rainy Rider. I'm from South Haven, Mississippi, via Texas and Louisiana. I ride a 2019 BMW K1600 Grand America. What Forgotten Angels means to me is it's a little difficult, because there's 3 kinds of people that go to Forgotten Angels and get touched. The first kind is the person who has never had a bad life, who had a fantastic upbringing, and when they see and hear about the kind of things these kids have to go through, they think, this is horrible that anybody could be treated this way. I need to stop that. I need to help. The second kind of person is someone who has seen either a family member or a friend who has gone through what the children that Forgotten Angels have gone through. And I say children, I know they're adults now, but you can't not understand this has happened to these kids since they were children, first in the foster care system. But they know somebody that was involved. And they say, I know that person because I know somebody who went through it, and I know what they're going through, and I want to help, and this has to stop. And the third kind of person is the person who went through exactly this thing, the same thing. And in their mind, they can't believe that someone else is being treated the same way that they were. And their whole life, they told themselves it was just a bad dream, and they're over it now, and it could not possibly ever happen to anyone again. But it does. And when they look at Forgotten Angels, they see their own life thrown back on them. And they say, I can't believe someone is being treated this way, and this has to stop, and this will never happen again. So when you look through all the videos, when you look through all the people I interviewed, all the people that are in the videos, it's not really hard to tell who each person was. So Forgotten Angels to me means a way to make this never happen again. That may be an unrealistic goal, but we can sure try. Alright, so we finally made it home right before it rained. So as you can see, I'm wearing my YouTuber shirt I picked up this weekend. I got it for a special price. Since we're friends, I got it on the friendship price. It was $59.95. But if you go on the website, it's only $19.95. Anyway, let's not get into that. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And comment below and tell me what Forgotten Angels means to you. You know, I know what it means to me, but you gotta watch our videos to find out. So, till next time, keep your 2 wheels down. Bye.